started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
Hello, one and all. Welcome to the Mechpit chat for June 1st of 2026. That's right, folks. We are, I think it's fair to say, officially into summer. I mean, yeah, basically. Weird as that may seem, but sure enough, it has been, we are basically halfway through the year, which is kind of crazy to think, like, before we know it, Halloween's going to be upon us, and I wasn't quite expecting all that, as weird as that is, it may seem. It is going well. We're starting to get back into the swing of things at home, so it's a chance to kind of start fresh, get things going anew, and make sure we rock and roll. But let me make sure. Yep. Okay. Got a couple people who might be hopping on by here, but just make sure I got some links out. That said, oh, speak of the devil, he shall appear. Or should I say, speak of the nerd, he shall appear. That's right. Without further ado, folks, well, I was feeling a little tabletop-y tonight, and I was feeling up for a little more than just, sitting around a table and doing funny voices. No. I felt the need for some war. In the far distant future, there is only war, and there is only the common nerd.
What's up, Ironcaster? Good to see you, brother.
Oh, dude, it has been going pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah.
It sort of dawns on me now that, I guess to kind of jump into it, I've been collecting Warhammer for about a year now, and I've been going pretty good there. And I see that you've been at it a bit longer than I have.
Right. Just a little bit longer, but I think you probably outdo me in plastic crack, because I realized something as I was putting together my pile of shame. First off, it's not as big as what I thought it was. That's what she said. But also on top of that, like, I realized I haven't bought anything since the Lion came out.
That, like, between that and the 10th edition starter box, like, basically you set off for an entire edition and basically bought nothing.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, didn't have much of a choice with a couple of things that happened around here. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of funny when I was going through it. But at the exact same time, it was one of those situations where when I was looking at it, I was doing all the stuff like, because I was going to play a Dark Angels, since I'm going to play a Dark Angels army anyway, like I basically had everything I needed once I added like the Lion and Ezekiel and a couple of other little fun things, because between those two starter boxes I've got, between the 9th and 10th edition starter box I've got, like there's enough Space Marines in both of those, I think, to flush everything else out. So it wasn't like I really, there's really anything I need right now outside of maybe like some Terminators and some vehicles.
Because I was looking at your list, I was like, that's a lot. Then I was like, hey, let me go turn it over to Grok. And like, hey, Grok, do the math for me. Like, how many points is this? And it's like 1,800, almost a full army right there alone.
Yeah. Well, that's what I figured. And now that's probably not factoring in the Lion, because I think the Lion's like 400 points or 300 points on his own. He's kind of hefty when it comes to points. Now that might change in 11th edition. I'm not sure. But I know in 10th edition he was worth like 300 points or some shit.
I mean, I just had to run the numbers, and it was like about 1,850 roughly. 1,400 to 1,600. So you throw in like a Dreadnought or Impulsor to get some stuff up the board, you're all set.
Yeah. So it's one of them situations where it's like, that's kind of why I was like, don't really need to buy anything else right now. And like, there wasn't anything like super cool that I was just dying to have that's come out. Cause like I said, since the Lion came out, I wasn't really concerned about much else at that point. So,
but even then, if you only go for like 1,000 points, you have plenty of options. You have variety, so you keep changing it up. It's perfect. Speaking of perfect,
yes.
I got someone waiting in the back here as well. One of our good regulars, cool. I'd say a couple of our good friends who jumped in. So perfect timing on the second guy's part. We have a Punkwaddle an ultra American TTRPGer.
Nice, Punkwaddle. I dig the new icon, dude. That's dope.
Well, for the Mechpit chat, I needed to be a little, a
little more armored,
on point.
a little more secure.
Yeah.
I dig it, brother.
Space Police, I guess. Maybe I should get a Space Police Lego version of Punkwaddle. That would be great.
I mean, it kind of looks like power armor from Warhammer 40K. You kind of look like a Thunder Warrior, honestly, especially with the mohawk and stuff.
Yeah, I was kind of going something that, Ironcaster could be proud of.
He could be the Punkwaddle Dons.
And we waddle away, waddle, waddle.
Got grapes?
So, boys, I had put out a little bit of homework to people, and I wanted to go ahead and set that forward myself this week, and I did get a few responses actually.
Horror, you mean the horror?
The horror, the horde, the pile of shame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, a few people wound up responding to it and showing off their own stuff. So,
Oh,
owning up to
nice.
it,
Hey. Is
You're
this
getting
yours?
closer to that 40K in debt.
Oh, shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
mind you, this is.
Hey,
This
trust
is
me,
only
I got
about-
Griffin on my show. I'm used to doing that. He has the worst ones ever.
And the worst part is this is only about 1 year of collecting of the stuff I have not built.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
so saying, I was thinking after I saw mine, I was like, no, this is Ironcaster's gonna be way worse than I am.
This is a pile of shame. This is like, a couple weekends of staycation.
It is just a little sampler, little smorgasbord sampler. I've got stuff for like 4 armies sitting here. I've got some, of course, Space Marines. I've got Imperial Knights, some Tau. I've got a little bucket of Tyranids off to the side here. And then, of course,
You know,
I
one
have
of the things-
I have some Gunpla over here on the other side. So I'm just kind of all over the place. And the thing is, none of that even includes like boxes like these that I was also picking up.
Oh, geez. More.
Oh, that's like the cheap
Rough.
knockoff stuff, right?
Well, these are actually
I'm just kidding.
these are a great box, by the way,
Nice.
for basically doing like just kind of generic army building stuff. Like for example,
Oh.
I run one
They
of
work
each
perfect for
rules,
Astromilitary.
my army of choice,
Mhm.
and they're great for kit bashing. So I could take a bunch of these bodies and throw on a bunch of the heads from this and have just like the automaton legion, the robot legion or something.
There you go.
So they're just crazy kit bashing. So I'm like, I didn't want to add them because I was kind of intentionally not building these because they're going to be crafting materials.
Well, that still counts. That still counts, Ironcaster.
And then, but then I also have a
Because
3D
they're
printer.
they're crafting materials that you haven't utilized yet.
Mhm.
So they're for future projects. Ergo, they're in a pile of shame. Because they're
Well, you know what?
future projects that aren't done yet. Are those projects done yet? Are you just holding onto the boxes for like memory purposes? Or are they boxes filled with things for a future project that haven't been accomplished yet?
Okay, you know what? They're going to get built
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
soon. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I should
See-
also...
See, I have
Include-
empty boxes
I also
that hold
have
like
this.
spare runners and things like that for sure.
No, that totally makes sense. Yeah, no. It only
I
counts
guess I
as
should
spare
also start
parts.
adding these.
Yeah, it only counts as spare parts if they're open boxes and some of them have been utilized for other things.
Like
Um,
if you get a Gundam build fighter or something like that, there's always those extra pieces to build the original version.
I
oh,
also...
there you go. See.
I just wanted some elves.
Oh, cool.
Of course, it was like, hey, I wanted zombies or skeletons, so...
Gay You know how I know you're gay? You collect Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Look, I wanted
Look, some of
D&D
those models are
skeletons.
pretty cool. I just had to give you shit. That's all.
Oh,
Yep.
now see, I would use those in my
Those are
Horde
pretty
Wars
cool.
campaign for some of the mini monster minis.
Exactly.
Hey, there you go.
So, and here's the problem: I don't like using minis because to me it's just cheap plastic. I don't need to waste my money on, and I'm so used to doing theater of the mind. Like those
There
ones,
you go.
those would be
Filthy.
for the dropship game that DM Blackwell just released.
Oh, how's
See, I
that
wanna
going, by the
get
way?
me a-
Um, It's going pretty good. They had an issue with the softcover pre-orders. The spines came kind of funky looking, so they're selling them as scratch and dent covers at North Texas Con, and they're trying to work out a deal with the company that they had hired to make them. They're still kind of waiting for details on that. But but the soft covers will be if you absolutely just want it right now, and we'll try to figure out like how to replace it later. You can, and the hard covers they're still working on POD on those at the moment. So, but the PDF's already out though, and I've been playing it here and there with guys every now and then. And I've just been having a blast with it. So,
I gotta reach out to him. He invited me out to one of his games because he doesn't live. He only lives about an hour or two away from me.
The last game I played in it, I was I'm trying to remember the two careers I had. I can't remember, but I ended up rolling. His name was Charles Brown, so I just played him like he was Charlie Brown, just aged up in a military outfit. Like the image I created with him using Gemini was he wore all black, but he had he had the yellow zigzag stripe going through the middle of his shirt.
So was he kind of like a Gomer Pyle?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Well, that game we all ended a TPK because we ended up failing the travel check to avoid encounters, rolled the worst encounter possible because it was basically like a bug queen and her warriors, killed all the warriors, got the queen down to 9 hit points, and then she just wiped us all out.
I mean, but that's the fun of it. Sometimes you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it was still fun, but it's like we were so close.
Of course, as you remember, I ran some one-page rules, old school essentials.
Yeah.
And oh boy, did the players sure fight a lot of giant ants.
Oh, those giant ants were the worst. Yeah, and I think I was the one that killed the ant queen by flinging my dwarven throwing hammer at her.
Oh.
When in doubt, throw the
Let
hammer.
the good times roll. Wait.
All right, all right, guys. So, final question here for you on my particular pile of shame. How do you rate it?
Like a 5 out of 10.
Oh gosh.
What?
Oh,
Not enough? Or
No, definitely not enough. Like,
everything?
okay. Well, okay. So now I got to take off bonus. Now I got to take off points. So probably like a 4. Because you intentionally left things out, trying to come up with bullshit excuses to not make the pile bigger than what it actually is. So at least that. But I've been watching too. I'm kind of like slanted because I've watched way too many of these videos of like opening up the garage and the guy's like got an entire spare room full of shit from like floor to ceiling. So,
well, at least it's not like the Pokemon scalpers level of hoarding where you have.
Well, I was gonna say that's not collecting. That's scalping. Yeah, that's hoarding. That's That doesn't even fall into the same category. We're fans, right? We have these because we have hopes of putting these together at one point. Those assholes just have hopes of ripping a bunch of fuckers off.
Oh, they are so screwed, by the way.
Good.
Long term, the thing is they're some of the most overprinted stuff, and they're sitting on hundreds of boxes. These guys are not going to be making money back on it.
Well, and that's the only way Pokemon's ever going. Any of these card games are ever going to combat it. You guess what? You're going to have to fuck your resale market, right? You're just going to have to, because you're going to like these super rare, super powerful cards. Guess what? You're going to have to print a bunch of them, because otherwise this shit's going to keep on fucking happening. There's just no other way, because you're never going to stop the people from buying them. You're just not. The market's always going to be there. So the only way to do it is for the suppliers to just pump out more than, like I said, makes it to where they're not worth it. If there ends up being if there ends up being 1 million of this best card in the entire new release, well, then guess what? It's only worth $1.
And they deserve everything they have coming to them. It is the exact same 100%. Thing we saw 30 years ago with comic books.
Yup, the multi-variant covers and shit like that. Now they got like 15 different variant covers on shit just to make the sales even look halfway decent. Yup.
Mm-hmm. All right, so real quick, Agent Despel, by the way, friend of the channel, has a challenge for me that I have to do, apparently. So, not only do I have a pile of shame for all this Warhammer stuff, my dice collection has grown considerably.
Man, I just I haven't bought like dice sets in a while. I just every now and then I go to my local game store and I just sort through their dice bucket to see what they have in there. And they put in they put in a bunch of sets of DCC dice because no one was buying them. So I got some D5s and D7s and some actual D3s with the Roman numeral 1, 2, and 3 on the two sides. And I only have a 7 with me right now because I'm having some RV issues. The AC's not one to kick on at the moment. Thankfully, my parents live right down the road, and they're gone for the couple weeks. So I'm keeping down the fort and staying cool.
There you go.
But I got like 2 Crown Royal bags full of dice.
Funny you mention. So the Crown Royal bag is a rite of passage when it comes to tabletop. But you see, I've had to kind of step it up a notch from there.
Well, don't they do like the gallons in the bag though too, like with the gigantic bags?
If you get them big enough, yeah. But I'm assuming Iron's got like a tote or something of dice at this point.
Probably got like reusable.
I went to the hardware store.
Oh, you got one of those.
That's actually really smart. I like that.
Really organized.
That's smart. I like that.
And this
Harbor
also
Freight,
doesn't
baby.
take. Yeah, this
have
also
drill
doesn't
bits in
take
there,
into
too?
account. No, this is literally just dice. But I
okay.
also in the back here.
Yeah.
I have my dice.
Oh, your lamp full of dice.
Nice.
behind the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I didn't realize it was
like
like a pull down thing. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Your screen.
Makes it work a lot better if you have an actual green screen.
It does. It does.
It's just you got to make sure you get the lighting just right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The more lighting, the better the green screen works. The brighter it is, the easier it does it.
Did you see my message that finally went through on the Twitter there?
Oh, let me pull that up. Because I did put out a tweet asking people to show me some collections of dice. Sorry. There were a number of things that were submitted to me of collections.
Okay.
Spit it out, Ironcaster. My God.
We can work. I think you should work them up in volume. Oh yeah.
What the fuck? That's horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that one floating around before. The dice shoe.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find.
And then, of course, just because we got to roast some people here on the panel, I asked everyone last week to send some pictures of their own dice, of their own piles of shame, and Punkwaddle certainly did his homework.
Wow!
Wow!
There you go, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I saw. Somebody's got a thing for Gundam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that GF Sniper 2 is one of my favorite kits, by the way.
Is it the Londo Bell version? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I ordered the Londo Bell version, and then they off Amazon, but they shipped me the wrong one. It's like, you just want to keep it and get the price difference, and then I found the one. I don't know. I ended up getting both of them.
I was gonna say, I wondered why I saw 2 there, but I see the different box art.
Yeah, because the gray colors are nice.
Although I am slightly put off by the fact that your outlet is upside down.
That's how they're supposed to be, man. That's back in the olden days.
Oh God, that makes me want to rage right now just looking at that.
I mean, truth be told, it's probably easier to get in that way, but yeah.
Also, that is how they used to do it. Plus, this house also has the old telephone wiring.
I mean, it's okay to be wrong, but still. And I sent you something to Ironcaster. It's
okay.
It's not related to the figures or anything, but since we're talking about collections, it was something I did a few weeks back. I don't know if you may have seen it before or not.
I mean, if you want to jack with electricity, go around in every outlet and turn them the way you want them, be my guest. But
see, I'm so autistic. I actually would do that though.
Leave the man alone in the house with a screwdriver.
To make sure all the power's off beforehand.
Yeah, I was about to say, otherwise back to a fried and crispy little RPG guy down there.
Punkwaddle, I love the collection. There's a lot of great kits here. The fact you have the Millennium Puzzle is a great addition.
The old school Yu-Gi-Oh kid in me just kind of went, ee!
I actually bought that for a friend.
Well,
Good
now it's
stuff.
just part of your collection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
that
yours
is
now.
nuts. So how many of the? So how many do you actually have done, Waddle? Have you done? Like,
Yeah.
I know, I'm not saying any of these ones in the box. But like, how many models have you actually taken out of the box and completed?
That's a great question. There's 50 to 100, I'm sure I've done. So I
Yeah.
started this like 10 years ago. No, 8 years ago. In 18, I started building, and I started when I was traveling for work, and I had downtime. And then I would be out for a couple weeks, then come back for a week, and then do some paperwork for work, and then just be able to chill out and build. And so I kind of had this ebb and flow. And then that's when I traveled. And then I got a slightly different job where I traveled a bit and had less downtime, but I'd still try to build stuff in my free time. And then you kind of buy as you work, and then all of a sudden your backlog gets built up, and then all of a sudden things shift, jobs, you move, and then all of a sudden you stop building, you don't have the space, and it takes you a minute to realize you've been buying and pre-ordering at a rate that you don't build anymore, and you don't have the same sort of time and energy and all that stuff for and then that happens.
Yeah.
So, follow-up question:
All the way to the window.
Are
To the wall!
Are you going to buy the Sydney Sweeney model kit when it comes out inevitably?
Please tell me that is not an actual thing.
So okay. So Sydney Sweeney is going to be in the movie. Now, will she get her own mecha? I don't know.
I hope so.
I mean, I've been tempted to get the Lacus Klein Zaku, but I haven't yet, right? So there's that.
Look, if there is not a scene of her sliding down into one of those seats in one of those mechs and everything bouncing, like, yeah, no, they've fucking wasted having her in that movie. So they've got to put her in a mech, man.
Well,
They've got to.
I mean, she has good genes, but will they put her in one of those snug pilot suits? Will she just be
God,
like,
yes.
What exactly is her role? I don't know yet.
No.
I'm just
Snug
picturing the
pilot
mech
suit
as like. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just picturing the snug suit. So no, go ahead.
I'm just picturing the hentai version of a mech with the giant robot tits.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
sick.
sure you can find them. Also, it's I don't think it's a G Gundam story. In G Gundam, they get those skin tight vacuum suck outfits right there, Ironcaster.
What?
Sorry, where was it at?
I said the G Gundam outfits where it's like that vacuum suck seal.
G Gundam, best Gundam.
I was just saying, I don't think they're doing that with Sydney Sweeney.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, like I said, if you're a smart director, you're going to adapt to that. You know what? We're doing this version, but we're going to just go ahead and take those suits because reasons. We think they look cooler.
I had to stop myself for a moment because I thought you said a smart erector for a second there. I'm like, and then you said director. I'm like, well, I guess with Sydney Sweeney.
I mean, both would be correct.
Exactly.
Did you hear? Did you see the thing? Did you see the thing in the article from like the director that was like from Euphoria season 3? Like they were gonna cut out all of the nudity from her scenes, and she was like, "What the fuck? Hell no! Leave that shit in."
Oh yeah, I heard about that in passing. I hadn't seen the article, but I heard about it.
Yeah, I saw it earlier today.
Yeah, they're so confused about what she is because they're mad at her for existing. They're mad at her for outing all the OnlyFans girls. They're mad at her for not voting liberal, but then mad at her for I don't know.
They're mad at her because she's unapologetically attractive.
Yeah. And successful.
That too. Well, yeah. I feel like I don't know. This isn't the place for it, but I feel like people are just mad at other people for not being the person they want them to be. Like, I think that's just. I don't understand how we got here, but I'm gonna leave that alone now.
You've pretty much stated the exact status quo of Hollywood versus the fans for basically the last 15 years. So
well, not just Hollywood; it's anime manga artists, the current Fortnite
Entertainment.
season
Sorry,
weekend,
entertainment.
as soon as anybody does anything or creates something that somebody doesn't like, they're like, "This is the worst. You're terrible people. Why aren't you doing what I want you to do?" Jeez, oh god, I didn't know we were all 12 again. Anyway,
Well, the cool part is we've got cool part is we've got all the money and we decided, so they've lost.
Didn't they just release a new skin? Sorry, go ahead.
You say we have all the money, but given the state of everyone's collections, I'm inclined to think otherwise. Because I have other.
Holy
Whose
shit!
is that?
I could go to JG Wentworth because I need liquid money now.
This is
877 cash now.
Corpzor over on X who submitted his, which just looks like he's been fired multiple times from jobs just so he can get the box to put all his minis in.
That's such bullshit. What does he say? I think it only counts against you if it's built, so most of that shouldn't count. Bullshit. Yes, it does. Look at this. You're almost as bad as Ironcaster. Listen to this shit.
No. The built stuff is what you get to show off. The shame stuff. Now I could have probably sent pictures of what I built, but I have to dig. I have to go. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's anything unpainted. So if it's still in the box, it counts as unpainted.
Okay, but what if you have a sweet American flag to cover it up? Does that count?
No, it doesn't help anything. It just means you got a sweet American flag.
It's a sweet American flag.
It is.
I see some cool looking vehicles though.
I was about to say, yeah. Oh yeah, what is that?
Oh yeah, I see a little warhound down here. Which, by the way, I actually did start building some of my mechs.
Somebody forgot to use super glue or magnets.
You say that, but
there he is.
I know he's trying to work with the magnets.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I was about to say
it took a
last
second
show
to
you
glitch
were
out.
talking about magnets.
There you go. Good boy. You're learning. Excellent.
Yeah. I mean, I've only got like 5 board of those to build, but
no, I mean that's a start. It all starts with the one. It's easier after the first one. That's what I always tell them anyway.
I had to learn on one, and then now I'll learn all the things not to do. Like don't put magnets in backwards for one of the weapons.
Yeah.
So I just have one I can't use now. We also have just straight up hobby shelves.
Oh, nice. Oh, there's piles of shame. There's boxes down there.
I wish I had room in my RV for shelves.
Yeah, that RV life makes that part a little hard sometimes.
Hunter,
we got one of the guys that I watch is.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say one of the Warhammer guys that I watch is War Games Live, and he used to be a high school teacher, but he got an RV and started traveling around the summer and live streaming Warhammer 40K tournaments. And then he started set up a Patreon, and enough people started supporting him on Patreon that now he does it full time. And so he literally just travels around the country, and he's even gone to like Europe a couple of times. And he just live streams Warhammer 40K tournaments every weekend.
Cool.
You see, Hunter, I think if you were going to get into Warhammer, you would just start having no choice but to pile it up in your passenger seat. Kind of like this.
That's not my passenger seat.
Well, my RV is one of the ones where you have to touch the vehicle to pull. So it's not a drivable RV. And I don't go anywhere with it. It just sits there and it's my bachelor pad. That's what it is.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't really have as much as what I thought I did. I even had the wife go through the closet and check the boxes in there to make sure there wasn't more in there. But I realized that I hadn't bought anything since the Lion came out. So I've got the 10th edition starter set, or the 9th edition and the 10th edition starter set. The Lion, what is that? Some Primaris. Is that the Primaris?
Intercessors?
Yeah, the Intercessors. I don't know what the hell I just knocked off.
The
Primaris Intercessors. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Primaris Intercessors, because the Primaris Marines had just come out. And then I had to buy the Primaris Apothecary because he only came individually. And then the only way to get Ezekiel doesn't even come in plastic. He still comes in Citadel metal. That was the only way I could get him. So that'll be interesting. Yeah.
Now, that Ultramarine is almost exactly what my first dropship character when I started first playing dropship before it got released look out, because I'm a heavy worlder, heavy paladin, so I'm this giant tank with a shotgun just blasting enemies from a distance because I took the marksman feature.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, and the lion's one of those like I'll have to, but like I don't even know if I'll ever even attempt to paint that thing or not. I'd have to like actually, I might actually pay somebody to paint that one if I ever get around to that one. Because it's one of them situations where it's like I don't even like I'd want that one to be well done. Like my regular Marines and stuff like that, I don't care. But that's the lion. He's got to be done properly.
Well, you know, the thing is, you can always build up to it. Start with a bunch of the intercessors, kind of keep building up. And the thing is, if you got a bad paint job, you can strip it or paint over it.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be honest. I felt really nervous when I finally sat down to paint my Mephiston, and
yeah,
he turned out pretty well. But here, just to show you, I ran this through Grok real quick, and I was like, "Hey, how many?" I sent him a picture. I'm like, "How many Space Marine points is it? Between 14 and 1600."
Okay, yeah, see 320. Yeah, those don't
I think
count
it's
for points.
I think it's changed a little bit, but fundamentally, you have enough to do like 1,000 points easy.
Oh,
at that
okay.
point,
So there's only 245 points of Space Marines in the Command Edition starter set. Okay, but yeah, see, there's 980 points of Space Marines just in the Leviathan box. So yeah, I knew I was pretty close, and yeah, the Lion, I knew he was right around 300 points. And then it doesn't have Ezekiel on there either. I don't know how much Ezekiel is, but Ezekiel is probably another 200 points.
He might also. Well, actually, come to think of it, I think.
And then my apothecary is not on there either.
I think this list is actually wrong because that's the Ultimate starter box, not the Leviathan starter box. And the difference was the Leviathan starter box had the extra dreadnoughts in it, which that box does not. I think I built it. It was somewhere around 500 to 700 points.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
And then, of course, I have one last follow-up question there for you.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to get Armageddon?
What, the new box for 11th edition? If I can afford it, yeah. So come become a member on my Rumble channel. Yeah, no, this one comes with 5 Terminators, 5 Inferious Marines, 44 miniatures. Huh. Yeah, that's what I was looking at the back of the box on this one. I couldn't remember.
Agent Decibel, I will have you know that I can be quite persuasive, and I have nothing but good ideas.
I'm pretty sure half the RPGs I've gotten over time is because Ironcaster has at least said one good thing about them.
Yeah, Ultimate starter set versus the Leviathan box. Oh yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of I got a decent little amount, not too terribly bad. Eventually, well, now, and like I said, now that Mrs. is back to work, hopefully, once we get caught up on bills, I'll actually have a little extra cash to be able to go and do a little of that kind of stuff. So,
all right. So,
yeah.
All right. So, Common Nerd.
What?
Since in the last year or so, since I've gotten into it, I had started reading. So, I had started going through some books based on your recommendations.
Oh yes. Which one did you read?
Well, of course, we were talking about Caiaphas Cain.
Oh, did you finally start some Caiaphas Cain novels?
I've finished the first 2. However, I bring this up because of the news we got last week.
I know he's getting a model. I'm stoked. I don't like how big the sideburns are, though. Like, I love the fact that him and Jurgen are getting a model. I've got a couple of issues with those models. I'm glad that Caiaphas is getting one, but I've got some issues with those models. I'm not a particular big fan of the art style that they chose for him, but I do like the fact that we're getting Gunnar Jurgen and Caiaphas Cain, because I was literally just thinking about that like last year or 2 years ago, and apparently I wasn't the only one. So yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the art. Like Jurgen's beard is supposed to be patchy, right? Like I know he's a Valhalla, and maybe I guess it's just harder to see here, but like his beard's supposed to be patchy and stuff like that. And I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of how big they made Caiaphas's sideburns. Like it just seems, I don't know. And his face looks too much like a fucking chimpanzee to me.
He looks like he was an extra on Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a fan because he's supposed to be handsome, right? Like he's supposed, even his girlfriend, Vicky or Valor. I would say Vicky Vale. That's what Dick Tracy. or Batman. But the Inquisitor, she talks about that, you know, and Caiaphas is kind of like a lady killer too. Like he has there's several girls throughout the books that he hooks up with. So like the fact that they made him look like a chimpanzee kind of fucking irritates me, truth be told.
Yeah, it's not the most ideal one, but damn it, if it isn't something to be excited for. Actually, the thing is, I was talking with a coworker this past week, and she happens to be into books. I made a few recommendations.
Oh, good.
Of the short list of recommendations, went straight for Caiaphas Cain.
Good. Especially for a normie, I think they're the easiest to get into because they're funny. There are some fucked up parts that will show you grim darkness, right? It's not as crazy as some of the chaos books, but like it's a good place to like dip your toes in on things because Caiaphas is funny, Jurgen's ridiculous, his girlfriend's hot. You know, you can learn to you almost love the guy instantaneously, and you still see like he ends up involved with some chaos shit that literally haunts him for like decades. So like he gets into some fucked up grimdark shit, but it's not constant. You know, there's still a lot of levity in his books. There's still a lot of fun in those. So tell me which the first two you've read.
The first order. Two, For the Emperor and the one where they're on the frozen planet dealing with the orcs.
Yeah. So the first, I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah. Well, because I kind of tried to read them in chronological order versus publication order. after I got into a few of them, I was like, I didn't want to read them in chronological order. So which is funny because some of those are like actually from when he's retired and he's writing him from that point. But yeah, no, I love it.
You know, it dawns on me. I don't think we've given the proper introduction to him because I'm pretty sure Punkwaddle doesn't know much about the great Commissar. Ultra probably doesn't either. I know there's a few people.
Which video are you gonna play on him?
All I know is
which one do you think I'm gonna play?
You keep talking about how he's a later killer, but I just expect him to say, "But for me, it was a Tuesday."
Thank you. No, it was all of you. Seriously, it was your bravery that made this all possible. Caiaphas Cain, hero.
Isn't that the fucking guy Team 4-Star Cell voice?
Yes.
Say what?
That's the voice of the Team 4-Star Dragon Ball Z Abridged Cell.
Yes.
That's it. That's that voice.
And also Helsing. Alucard.
Yeah, Helsing. Yeah, because they did all that shit.
The Abridged Boys.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Carry on.
Thanks, sir. At first I was nervous of you giving me command of the front lines against the foul greenskins. Well, you observed from the rear lines, but I see now that it was a test. Your faith in my abilities filled me with a determination so intense.
Oh my god, she's insufferable. Okay, so
you can hear her getting turned on as she's talking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, no, it's way worse than that. It is way worse than that. I wish she just wanted to fuck him. That would make life so much easier. So the way the books are written, you are reading essentially Caiaphas's autobiography. It's his journals of his adventures, right? Vicky tells him to sit down and write them down, right? And so she comes in and she'll add stuff in to give you broader context for the whole story. And she'll use different archives and different records from certain people. The problem is this chick standing right here next to him was with Caiaphas in a lot in the Valhallan 500 or 4, whatever it was. But in the with the Valhallans, and she ends up becoming like a general in the Imperial Army, one of the few females to ever get to this rank. And so so her records are more accurate of the overall story. So Caiaphas's girlfriend will bring those in and add those in. It's insufferable to listen to. And it's written intentionally like that because this woman worships the ground Caiaphas walks on. I mean, she thinks he can do no wrong. Everything he does is the most bravest, smartest, most ingenious thing ever. It's not that she wants to fuck him. She thinks he is perfect and beyond reproach. It's sycophancy to a whole nother level, and it is insufferable, and I love it. It's part of the books.
She
You
thinks
learn to hate her. You want to strangle her by the end of it all. It's great.
She thinks that he is perfection this side of the Emperor, and Amberlin the whole time while she's having to put in those parts is like physically hurting from it. Like she is such a terrible writer.
She apologizes every time, and she's like, to be fair, if you want to skip these, I won't blame you. Yeah, Amberly Vale, thank you.
Thank goodness, considering that.
But the rear line was completely flanked by an undetectable force of giant invisible orcs. Oh, but fortunately, you had some brilliant idea of having the humongous, sneaky orcs blindly chase you as you tactically withdrew your chimera into a nearby valley. But
as annoying as
yes, all of that was intentional.
Decibel, yeah. The problem is, she actually is able to do things. It's just so you have Min Mei, who's somewhat competent as a warrior.
Yeah, that chick's actually competent, and that kind of irritates the shit out of Caiaphas because he keeps hoping she'll die.
my lord, Commissar Kane, how you
bravely waited at the edge of a mighty cliff, seemingly cornered, for the orcs to get just close enough so you could shoot a weak spot in the rock behind them, and then fearlessly drive right through the greenskin horde, just fast enough to survive as a whole cliff face crumbled, plunging the orcs right into
another stealth like our front line! Holy shit! In the heat of the moment, you used our enemy's momentum against itself, and
I love how even Caiaphas here looks like he's passed out.
Well, because that's the biggest thing too. They fucking built a statue of him in one town, and he fucking hates it. He hates all of this praise. He hates all of the accolades. He thinks he's a fucking coward. He personally thinks he's incompetent. But even Vale is like, he's honestly one of the most skilled swordsmen I've ever seen, despite all of the fact that he downgrades himself all the time. So he's actually a super competent leader. He just plays it all off as like, he is doing it to save his own skin, but it's just like, I didn't realize that until just now. I'm so glad we were talking about it. I just realized this now. He embodies like the Christian ideology of love thy neighbor like you love yourself, because God knows how selfish you are, right? So Caiaphas embodies that. He only loves his men and takes care of them so well because he knows they will save his ass if he treats them like that. So he's doing it selfishly, but he still loves them and takes care of them. Be like, they would like him to take care of himself because he takes care of their asses, so that way they'll take care of his ass. Love your neighbor like you love yourself.
As I recall, in one of the first books, he mentions how many a commissar who've been far too cruel to the men under them have just kind of not come back from a quiet hidden alleyway somewhere.
No. When there's like a hail of gunfire of like 5 million rounds going off, friendly fire happens, man. It's just like incompetent lieutenants back in like Vietnam and shit. There's a reason why those guys didn't last very long.
Decibel, yes. For you, for him that is a compliment. Agent Decibel loves his villains. Yes, you absolutely need to read his books. He's certainly no Grand Admiral Thrawn, but he's the best. No. He's one of the best written characters in Warhammer.
Yeah, he's so I like, and the fact like it's so great too because I heard an interview with his author, and the guy was like, he's like, I wrote like one of these books, and like I just thought it was gonna be this one-off stupid thing because I thought it was funny because they told me I could kind of do this silly little goofy commissar, and like now it's like into 10 books and like, individual audio dramas and short stories and, like 3 different omnibuses or some shit over the last 20 years. So that's how it works. 40K. The one thing you can say about Games Workshop, the shit you buy and make popular, they will make more of.
Bravely risk your own life to achieve it. Not only did you defeat the enemy in one fell swoop, sir, you saved all of our lives. All hail Canvas Kane, hero of the Imperium!
Canvas Kane, hero of the Imperium!
Yeah.
Here we go.
Should be dead.
But he's around.
So close.
Okay, so someone's gonna have to explain what's going on here now.
There's
It'll
the
kind of
mask he
explain
puts
itself
on.
in a second.
Yeah. So there's the mask he puts on for the outside world when he has to be in a position of leadership, and then there's when he's all alone and the mask come off. He doesn't have to necessarily wear the hat of leadership.
And to be fair, it's only ever in his head. He never actually acts like this. This is how he sees himself in his head.
And that's what I do like. It's that there is that doubt, that self-doubt, that he's not so full of himself that he thinks he's invincible. He's well aware that no, I should be fucking dead.
Yeah. He's like I must be like the Emperor's favorite idiot or something because he's like there's no reason I should have made it out of all this shit.
Which is why he makes sure to look after his men. If I don't take care of them, I probably won't come home. At the very least, I want them between me and the enemy.
Yeah, and one of the things too is that even when and I know you haven't got this far in the books yet, but one of the things you'll find is because he's at the Sanctorum now teaching the next generation of commissars, he's trying to embody that into them and remind them. That's the first thing he teaches. He's like, look, no other commissar is going to teach you this, but I'm going to tell you this right now. And he explains to them, you need to look after them because otherwise they're going to shoot you. So you will get much more honor and loyalty because that's the thing. Typhus Cain has a record. He has never once had to shoot any of his men under his command. And that's unheard of. That doesn't happen in the commissariat.
It is, well, and to put it in context, it's to the point where a commissar shooting one of the soldiers in, point blank is a meme. It happens so frequently.
Yeah, it's an accepted fact because essentially a commissar's rule book says that if somebody's running from battle, you shoot them for cowardice as an example to everyone else, so no one else will run. Or it's same thing, insubordination. A lot of time, more often than not, commissars are shoot first, ask questions later. Cain is the direct opposite.
That was too close. I thought that was it. The end of Cain's long history of bullshitting his way to the top. Ah, for throat's sake, how am I still alive? Withdraw? You mean hightail it like a damn coward as fast as a chimera can take, right? Because that's what I did. Like a piece of shit! Right to the damn dead end! Oh! I didn't even see the weak spot in the ground. I was just trying to shoot the damned orcs. My troops think I did it intentionally. They always do. You fools! You beautiful fools! You have no idea the sheer size of the bit of lies I have made. You piece of shit! The house of cards you have built will tumble to the ground, crushing not only you, but all these poor, innocent souls who you led into this web of deceit. God, Emperor, I am such a piece of shit.
Any questions, boys?
I think you can let it play. Holy cow.
What have I become? You have to end this. This has to stop. We ran out of luck years ago, Cain. I've been running on fumes for throne knows how long. You have to go up there and tell them. Face the music, Kane, cause your song's playing. Deafening loud now. Let the lie die before we do. Just admit to them you're a fraud, a coward, a piece of shit. Tell them the truth. Tell them.
Commissar Kane, it turns out the Orcs' war boss was in the group of greenskins the Cliffface fell into. Now all of the Orc forces are in full retreat, planet-wide. The commander is here to award you the Star of Terror for your bravery.
I was only doing my duty, Jurgen. I'm honored by...
I was say like, oh, it's back on my side? Okay, continue.
Yeah. Well,
this is exactly as I expected.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's actually a little more accurate for Jurgen. He just needs a bit of a beard. Yeah, I love it.
He looks like the guy who washed dishes at my local Big Boy.
That is great.
It's funny. It's the guy that voices Cell in the DBZA, but this has more as like the personality of Hercule, or no, Mr. Satan. That's what he went by in DBZA.
Yeah.
Mr. Satan.
Mr. Satan. Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh.
It's like, I don't deserve this. Everyone thinks you did it, Satan. Okay, I did it.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, it's like Kane's like, I don't have a choice, because if I tell everybody that it was completely by accident, then I'll get in trouble. So it's like, what else am I supposed to do?
Well, he could do the commissar thing that they usually do and leave no witnesses.
Yeah, that's exactly. But that doesn't work. And that was funny. There's some of these. There's one of the. It's like Heretic MP4 or something. They're doing like some claymation AI. Videos of some of this stuff, and they did a whole one over Caiaphas Kane's. It's actually in the one of the omnibuses from Vale, talking about the statistics of Kane's thing. And somebody did a report. He's just as successful, if not more successful, than the commissars that constantly shoot people. And so they basically take the report and go, we're just going to bury this and not ever talk about it again, because it would completely rewrite everything the commissariat does. That's
such a gesture. Tell the commander I humbly accept, and please send him in.
He was waiting for you, sir.
Oh no! Oh no!
I can explain. Explain. There is no need. Mood kindred. I have finally found you.
Mood kindred? Are you also a piece of shit?
Oh, never mind.
Yes! Mood kindred!
Who's supposed to be?
Not the ending I was expecting, but the one I am happy with.
Who's the Ultramarine supposed to be?
That was the Victrix.
I don't know.
I've been trying to remember this. It was one other Ultramarine that was like him. That was basically just Titus.
Oh, okay. That was kind of like just one of those guys that always kind of came out on top, even though he shouldn't have. Yeah.
And that fans just kind of like all started to hate, and then I think the writers like sent him into the warp for like a year with a bunch of his other Ultramarine, brothers.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's the one that feels so bad that he's the only one that survived. He's got real bad survivor's guilt. Yep. I know exactly who you're talking about now.
And there's the DBZ guy right there, Takahata 101. That's what he goes by.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, before I forget, guys, do yourself a favor and go support. Go support it. Give it a watch. Give the guy a like. This is Brava Alpha Busa.
Alpha Busa.
That song is going to be stuck in my head now as I go to sleep. The Caiaphas Kane.
Oh, there's some other ones too on there. You start watching a couple of those, and your algorithm would be full of them on YouTube. There's several different variations. They've got a couple of good bar songs for Caiaphas, and there's a great one of him and Vale, Amberly Vale. There's a great one of him and Amberly Vale too. It's very anime, kind of like Sailor Moon-esque kind of style, but not quite as girly because it's still Warhammer. But yeah,
I was getting ready for the show today, and one of those AI Warhammer music channels put out a song about the pile of shame.
Oh God!
Oh no!
That is great. I love those things. But could he handle the fur apocalypse? Well, he's dealt with Tau, and those are basically cows. So probably I don't think he's really had any dealings with the furries, the space wolves. Yeah, I haven't really seen him having too many interactions with those guys. So I don't know.
So there is at least one other video I want to look at.
Yeah, of course.
And this one has been a bit of excitement.
Oh dear. I'm nervous.
Oh,
should I pee now then?
Oh no, you're gonna pee with excitement.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, is this the new one that just happened?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I haven't seen this yet. Okay.
100 centuries,
Damn it, really
the Emperor has sat immobile on the gold.
Explain the Emperor to them real quick.
I am familiar with the concept of the Emperor in Warhammer 40k. Like, I'm not familiar with the game, but I am familiar with some of the lore and all that. So I am familiar with the Emperor.
Okay, so we have Super Saiyan Space Jesus.
I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting that description.
He's like he's like one of the most powerful psychics. He stole knowledge from the gods to make his space marines.
Yeah, because basically, like, the leader of all the marines and all the different factions are like his sons, essentially, or they were at least created from him.
Yes. So long story short, his favorite son Horus decided to get all uppity and said, "Screw you, Dad! I'm not living under your rules." And then the whole galaxy sort of went to war. And now he's kind of a rotting corpse.
Horus wasn't even really the favorite. He was just the most charismatic, which is the only reason why they put him in charge, because he knew that everybody else would actually listen to him and not turn it into a fucking fight, because the Space Marines weren't known to war against each other on occasion. All right, you can carry on now, because I'm super... All I've seen is like the brief little clip of this so far, so I'm going to even take my glasses off for this shit. Go ahead.
Throne of Earth.
Hold on.
Shit. Go back. There's our boy.
There he is.
Oh.
By the Emperor.
Yeah, the corpse god.
Which, by the way, is a great shot in and of itself, because it's very biblical. Like, he has the crown of thorns on his head.
Yeah. Well, and that was one of the things. Go ahead.
Is he even still alive, or is he just barely hanging on with the machinery?
Yes. So it's like, that's always the question: is he dead or alive? Yes. So essentially, what had happened is his consciousness is almost borderline split. So a lot of his actual mind and stuff like that is out inside the warp, which is essentially kind of like the hell. Part of it's hell, but mostly it's just like the sea of emotions and humanity. It's like the world between worlds kind of thing. And so a lot of his consciousness is out there and all of that. And because chaos feeds on the warp, well, psychers also feed on the warp. So if you're a psychic, your power comes from the warp. Right. And since he's the ultimate psychic, he's able to draw on that incredibly. And so now because because chaos was like, oh, this would be a great idea, we'll open up more warp portals and we'll be able to interact with the regular world even more. Well, the problem is that's kind of a double-edged sword, because he also feeds on the warp. So now you've got, chaos is stronger, but guess who else is getting stronger now too?
This almost feels like some kind of man behind the curtain Wizard of Oz type shit.
To a certain degree, except we actually know he's fucked up in a corpse attached to all of those wires and shit. Because he's also the battery source power for the Astronomicon, which is essentially the giant beacon of light that gives all the ships the ability to navigate the warp. So,
it is their giant lighthouse they use to travel through space as they rip holes through hell to go where they have to, with only minimal deaths along the way.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, as long as your Geller field's working, you're okay. But yeah, that's our corpse god emperor, and it's literally he sacrificed himself for the Imperium. He's just hasn't quite resurrected yet, so he's like Jesus halfway. He's like Jesus stuck in Sheol and in hell and all of that kind of stuff right now.
There he is.
He is the master of mankind in the war between gods. And master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies.
Okay, just to pause it briefly. That shot is great because it gives you a fantastic scale to how big these vehicles are. That little dinky spaceship flying past versus the vehicles that would put your Star Destroyers to shame from Star Wars.
Oh yeah, no, these things are way bigger than those. These are Imperial. These are like Imperial class Star Destroyers. Are like I think you can fit quite a few of them in there. These things are literally floating cities. Like they're cathedral. They've got cathedrals on them, and the Gothic architecture is insane. These are from like the very height of the dark ages of technology. They can't even build these anymore.
These are the vehicles that can nuke planets from orbit.
Yeah, you can literally exterminate an entire planet with one of those suckers.
The carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so his may continue to burn. He is a rotting carcass, writhing with power, sustained by forbidden marvels from the dark age of technology. To be alive in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times.
I'm loving this so much. Is this supposed to be the introduction for 11th edition? Is that what this is?
Yes, this is essentially your launch trailer.
Launch trailer for
Like we had the launch box trailer, and I guess this is like a separate piece they put out as well.
Yeah, because I saw the Blood Angels and all, and Dante and stuff like that, so I figured as much with the orcs and everything else. Right? Yeah, and I'm about halfway through Dante's book. About halfway.
What do you think about that one, by the way?
I'm enjoying it. I really like it a lot. I really like. Oh crap! I can't remember his name now. Dante's regular name.
Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I'm really enjoying it a lot.
Also, take a moment to appreciate this because this is about all you're gonna see of the Eldar in this.
Oh yeah, fucking space elves. Yeah, that's all right. That's all we need.
Now, what's funny was I played in an arc of Wrath and Glory for a while on a friend's channel, and we were part of a rogue trader, but I was playing as a Eldari. That the only reason I was on that rogue trader ship was because I think I saved the captain from something and basically made the captain in debt to me, so she brought me on the ship.
Yeah, rogue traders have a lot of leeway with that kind of stuff because of their rites of passage. And hey, my buddy Griffin and I are actually working to get a Wrath and Glory game going. So if you're ever interested in doing that, let me know because Even if you just want to come in and play once, the way we're setting the games up and stuff like that, we can do them as one shots. So Griffin and I are going to do a little test run, one-on-one, because you can technically play both our games. His is XCOM and mine's going to be Wrath and Glory. You can technically play both of them with just one player and one GM. So we're going to do a little test runs of those and kind of show everybody what it is, see if we can get more people interested in it. Because I'd love to get a few people together to play that on a regular basis.
It's funny because everyone else was like, I think we had like one Ultramarine, we had one battle, we had one sister battle, we had one tech priest, and then of course I'm usually the guy that's like, I don't want to be a human, I want to be the elf, the dwarf, the halfling, I'm whatever else there is. So I went the Eldari, and I had to hide I basically had to be disguised the entire time because we were interacting with on this other planet trying to solve this murder mystery that was happening. That ended up we stopped this revolution, but my guy was like a sniper. And when it came to the final showdown between the leader of this rebellion, I was sniping him from like yards away.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I've got the starter kit on that one, and that's one of the Eldari snipers. I think is one of the built characters for the pre-built characters in that box set for it. So yeah, there's a bunch of them in this stuff, and I like that. I like that a lot. And the other cool part is it's like I know so much about the universe too that we're gonna be able to have a lot of fun, because like a lot of people, because one of the things that annoys me the most is when I either watch other people play or just like interact with it, the idiots that like to dick around for 30 minutes at a fucking door. You know, you can't do that in Warhammer 40k, because if you dick around too long, guess what? A warp portal is going to open up and there's going to be fucking demons pouring out. Or oops, you're on a planet. Oh, you accidentally opened up a Necron tomb world. Hey, you're going to deal with this now.
Gene stealers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gene stealers would be another one. Orcs literally are spores that pop out of the ground. So
by all means, keep dicking around with the door.
Yeah, by all means, please keep fucking around with the door. See what happens.
Forget the power of technology and science. For so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned.
Oh, that's more serious.
Forget the promise of progress and understanding. For in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
Oh, those guys are so fucked.
Dude, those Chaos Marines look great. They look I love how their armor's all dented up and beat up, just like it should be. This is armor from 10,000 years that's been around for 10,000 years in a lot of cases. God, I love that. Those look great.
The one thing I wish they showed more is how mishmashed the armor should be for Chaos, considering a lot of them are having to scavenge and salvage whatever they can.
Well, but it also depends on how long the time they've been in the warp is perceived been too, though, because remember the warp time moves differently. So some of these guys have been in there for 10,000 years. Some of these guys it's only been 100 years for them, unless they're coming out into real space on a regular basis. So it just depends on what faction they're from too.
Oh, also I guess Dark Mechanicus and other forges.
Yeah, you've got the Dark Mechanicus and the Dark Mechanicum have their own Forge worlds, and then also the fact that every time they defeat regular Space Marines, they defeat Loyalists, they take all of their shit. They rip the gene seed out, they take all their armor, they take everything. So
that would be a story I'd like to see more of, just like a story about Chaos recruiting.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think a little bit,
because I know that's touched on a little bit in like the one comic.
Well, I know in the Iron Claw thing, there's in the which one was it? Fist of Iron, the Fist of Iron book. Because that guy follows they call him a half breed because he comes from Loyalist gene seed. And that
you're not talking about the Demon Calabula, are you?
No, this guy. No, not those ones. That's a whole different fucking monstrous thing. I don't think that's what they did with this guy for the Iron Hands or whichever one. Which was the one that went dark side? Iron Hands?
Warriors.
Iron Warriors. So this guy's part of the Iron Warriors.
Well, actually, no. No, that's Black Legion.
Oh, okay.
It's the Eye of Horus.
Well, these guys. Yeah, no, I was talking about the other one that was pulling the chainsword out of something.
Sally's.
No peace amongst the stars.
Oh, that's just the
Only an eternity of carnage and
fucking Tyranids.
That is a
They
great
do,
shot to
DJ
sell them,
Ronnie.
though.
Chaos Marines do need love.
Yeah, why don't you go tell that to the Death Guard? I'm sure they'll embrace you in open arms.
I mean, they actually will. Grandfather Nurgle loves all of his children until he got his ass kicked by the Emperor. I like went back over that scene, like, and I like listened to it. I was just sitting there listening to it second by second, line by line. Fuck, that scene's so good. That's why I think you're seeing some of this, because like I know like the thing is on this is you see the Emperor move, right? And it's one of them situations where it's like he basically that's exactly what he said at the end of the Gillian. He's like, I'm coming for you. I'm giving you a chance right now. Tell your brothers, get your shit back in line. If not, I'm fucking coming for all of you.
Pause.
So yeah, he's pissed. The Emperor's not fucking happy, dude. He's like, at one point, the warp and the materium were in balance. You have shifted that out of balance. And if you don't, and this is your, because he literally walks into Grandfather Nurgle's like little section of the warp and sets it all on fire. Like burns everything except Grandfather Nurgle's house, which Nurgle's hiding inside of when the Emperor shows up. And that's when he gives him the fucking warning. He's like, listen here, bitch. Y'all need to fucking straighten this shit out or I'm coming for all of you. And it's just like, fuck. It's so fucking good. I went over that scene. I like re-listened to that scene like 5 times.
That Dark Imperium trilogy is so good.
Fuck yeah, it was.
This would be another great place for people to consider starting.
Maybe. There's just a lot of main characters in the Dark. I don't think Dark Imperium is a good place to start. Because you don't, if you read the Dawn of Fire novels, you actually understand who everybody in the Dark Imperium is. Because when I tried reading the Dark Imperium, I didn't know who half those fuckers were. But once I read all the Dawn of Fire books and then I reread the Dark Imperium, I'm like, I know who everybody is now.
I know that I think they had, wasn't there like a Dark Imperium like tabletop RPG that was like really popular for a while?
Maybe.
It's like I think it's out of print, but hold on, I have to double look because I think there was a channel I knew that was playing it.
It wouldn't surprise me because the Dark Imperium books have been out for a long time because they even kind of had to retcon the timeline with them with the second edition of them. So it wouldn't surprise me if they'd done something like that when they came out. It's just been a long, and it wouldn't surprise me if they wanted those battles as a tabletop because they do that with Armageddon.
Yep. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. I'll have to keep looking and see, because I could be wrong. Oh, and no, it wasn't Dark. It wasn't the Dark Imperium. It was Dark Heresy. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay, yes, Dark Heresy, yeah.
Speak of the grandfather.
Is that it? Could be, yeah. That could be Nurgle.
Look at that big old smile.
That look I expected them to start going, You're joking! I must be out of my mind! Like he's freaking Oogie Boogie.
Mr. Oogie Boogie!
That's literally what it looks like when I look at the outline of him. It's Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I could totally, because he's kind of got a little bit of the toad face and some of the giant horns. That's why it's supposed to be the Nurgle thing. But yeah, Mr. Oogie Boogie.
Nightmare Before Christmas crossover with 40K universe.
Oh god, that would be absolutely hilarious. Like
Oops All Night Lords.
Oh my. Yeah. Oh my God. Jack would have a horrible. Jack and Sally would have a horrible time trying to convince
No,
the
I'm freaking,
Imperium
like-
that they weren't Harrison, that they
Yeah.
weren't part of Chaos.
Jack is an Ultramarine, and then what was the girl's name? Is like a sister of battle or something like that.
Sally,
Legion of the- no,
Sally
yeah.
is the
Legion
sister
of
of
the Damned.
battle.
Jack's Legion of the Damned.
Oh, Jack would be. Yeah, Jack could be Legion of the Damned. That would be funny. And then no,
And Sally, was a victim. Sally was like a victim of the Night Lords.
No, I think Sally could work out great as a sister of battle. We need more ginger sisters of battles anyway. There's too many blondes. So well, you could have Sally because like all the scars and all the stitching would look perfect on an Inquisitor. Nobody'd question that with Sally as an Inquisitor.
There's just so many like blink and you miss it faces in this.
Yeah, well, and they do that intentionally. You got it. That's why they want you to slow this shit. That's why all Warhammer 40K channels will have a breakdown of this thing in a week, or probably tomorrow, because this just came out today, right, or yesterday?
Yesterday, or
okay,
maybe Sunday night.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, still yesterday.
After the thirsting gods, but the universe is a big place. And whatever happens, you will not be missed.
Yeah, because wasn't that what it was? His head was down in the beginning, and then it's up by the end of the video.
Something like that, because it was like right. Let's see.
Right there, yeah, because his head's leaning back now. Watch, it'll be 12th edition before his eye actually lights up.
Throne of Earth.
Now it's the same position.
People were just like, people were talking about like the lighting there with like the eye and the pupil.
I bookmarked something. Let me look. Because that's one of the things. It looked like it was more than that. Let me see.
It's like there's the other shot of it.
Yeah, see, it doesn't. Fuck, you can really see his fucking eyeball in that one though.
It's kind of moved a little bit, not much, but it's a little bit.
Was his eyeball open in the first scene?
Let me go back to this.
Or it could be the angle of the camera too.
Yeah, it absolutely could be. Son of a bitch, I guess I didn't fucking. Yeah, you can't tell. It's the lighting. Yeah, it is open. Huh. Fuck, where did I... Damn, I guess I didn't repost that or anything. I'm a horrible Warhammer 40K fan. I have to go to
In the grim darkness of the far future, there might be one Eldar.
Yeah, no shit. Well, considering how few of them are actually left, that actually makes sense. Because that's part of the problem. There's so few of them left after Slaanesh was born.
But I mean, all things considered, things are looking pretty good with the Warhammer stuff. There are two certainties in the far future. There are two certainties in this world: war and piles of shame.
Look at this. This is what I was.
Oh.
See, I don't know where this scene came from.
I think that wasn't one of the flashes towards the end.
Okay, with his head, because see, that's what everybody was talking about. His head down versus his head back. But I don't remember that. I don't remember us seeing that scene, so I don't know. I can go through the video later. It was just something that I was curious about. That's it. That was the one that I saw. How do I stop my... Oh, there it is.
I can also just pull that back.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was weird. There wasn't like a stop sharing button down here at the bottom. If I exit out of it, it does it. But yeah, that's what that's the one that I was like, WTF. So I don't know. But yeah, no, that's either way. I mean, that's either way. That's a dope trailer for 11th edition. That is fucking cool. So, and I love the fact that they're showing off the Imperium more, or the Emperor more, and everything else.
Did you happen to hear where where once it comes out, they're going to let players decide the fate of certain, I think, like hive cities?
I know they were talking about doing something to where the campaigns at certain, like, they'll have a certain period of time where the campaigns you guys play at like different stores, and you'll have an app, I think, where you can report them, and depending on how it goes overall for like the entire campaigns, I think can potentially have some effect on what actually ends up going. Yeah, there you go. Fate,
and not only
fate
that,
there.
just submitting battle reports where you might happen to report that the orcs totally won, guys, wink wink.
Yep.
You will be able to enter for one of 40,000 point armies.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Interesting.
It costs you nothing to enter. I mean, no, you totally did the fight. You know, the day
Yeah.
the box launched and reported that, you know, your Space Marines lost to orcs.
Yeah, my Dark Angels totally dominated and crushed the living shit out of those greenskins. Like, why are the Dark Angels here? Because I fucking said, because the Lion's got forest walk, bitch. That's why. He can be anywhere now. That's the most busted and broken skill for any of the fucking Primarchs to have come back with. I love it. Although Corvus's a little crazy demon form will be cool.
Each week, the winning side will be rewarded with reveals of new miniatures for their faction. At the end of the campaign, the victors will even unlock a new detachment to use in the game. Also, by taking part, you'll also be entered in to draw one of 40 1,000 point armies of brand new Space Marines or orcs.
Nice.
So, it costs you nothing to enter. You just report that you had a fight and let them know and help decide for the fate of Armageddon.
I love that. That's so dope.
But
now that'll work out. That's gonna be, and that's cool that they're doing something like that too. You know, because like that really gets I don't think they haven't done anything like that in a long time, if ever.
Well, I think what happened was with the end of 7th going to 8th, it was such a one-sided chaos lost embarrassingly that they basically have held off on doing it ever since.
Well, and that's always a problem with them balancing the damn armies properly. And the fact that they're doing this at launch of 11th edition, we could easily see something like that happen again too. And that's always a worry. Because that's probably what happened between 7th and 8th. That's probably exactly what happened. They just didn't have the armies balanced yet. Because 8th edition stuck around for quite a while before 9th came out. So they must have balanced it properly eventually.
Well, I think in the grand scheme of things, with doing it this way, they only have to worry about doing just a hive city, which in the grand scheme of things,
not that big a fucking deal.
Exactly. There's plenty of other hive cities on Armageddon, so you're not even deciding ultimately the fate of the planets.
No, because they're not going to let Armageddon, not with bringing what's his face back for that one, the commissar. The one that scares the living fuck out of all the orcs. I can't remember his name right now.
Oh, Yarrick?
Yeah, Yarrick. Commissar Yarrick. Because everybody thought his death was kind of bullshit anyway. A lot of people were kind of pretty pissed about that. And so...
It had gotten to the point where people were saying Angron was wearing his skull on his collar when it was like the wrong eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know,
I mean, that could have just been the artist fucking up too, so...
But it's also
but either way,
ultimately, it's one of those things that's, you know, we're going to set this box up and we will open it and figure out what to do with that later.
Yeah. Well, and it's like sometimes they just set boxes up so they'll ignore them later. A lot of times what'll happen, it'll be like, well, and it was one thing. It's like, it's artwork, right? So it's not like it was something that was ever written down in the lore, right? It was just what everybody was jumping on and theory crafting with that. So, and maybe it was intentional, maybe it wasn't. And maybe it was something they were teasing the waters with. just to see what would happen. But yeah, a lot of people would have been pissed if he would have went out like that. So what up, awesome one? Kaboom indeed.
Oh, hey. You know,
But,
grand scheme
yeah.
of things, I'm feeling pretty positive. Looking forward to it. I've got a couple of shops near me that I can try and go play at.
Well, I'm super stoked too because did you hear about what the last words were from the last big campaign of like the 5,000 worlds or whatever? Was a message from the lion to Gilliman. Brother, we need to talk. And that was it. And it's like, like if they don't novelize that, I'm going to be pissed as shit because you can't get like the 5,000 worlds books anymore, or not the 5,000 worlds, the Arcs of Omen. Like you can't get them for any decent prices anymore. Like if you want to try to get a copy of the Lions Arcs of Omen, it's like $300 or some crazy shit now.
That's really the biggest issue with Warhammer is that those books are so difficult to keep in, and you would think that surely they would have gotten this figured out where we could have got some kind of mass publishing on this stuff.
Yeah,
but I guess they
like
kind of like it that way.
All of them together,
which is so frustrating.
It is. They're bad about that kind of stuff.
But
and then everybody bitches, and they don't do anything.
With that, I think this is a good place to call for the night. Common Nerd, Jesse, thank you for coming by. This has been a lot of fun. We got the chance to nerd out with a little bit of Warhammer stuff. Punkwaddle, thanks for hanging out, showing off your all those gunpla.
Yes, you have shamed me and then talked about things I have no idea about.
Yeah, we're good like that. Well, next time you guys will have to like nerd out over Gundam or something like that, and you guys can explain all that shit to me.
Oh, we do.
Oh, we need to make him watch G Savior.
The fuck? I don't trust
the
it when
live
my
action
guy's got that
Gundam
look in his
movie.
eyes. Oh no, I'm not watching that. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, you might not like God Gundam. It might be too sacrilegious for you.
Are you kidding me? I read Warhammer 40K novels.
Actually, no. If anything, when you get some stuff finished up, why don't we work it out? We can check out one of the little shorter miniseries for a little Gundam, little tease, little taste.
That'd be fun.
And why not why not 08 MS Team or War of the Pocket, or there's a few of those we could go for, or even just like one of the smaller, simpler movies.
You're speaking Tagalog to me right now. Sure. I'm down.
Either way, there's plenty of good stuff to check out.
Probably.
Oh, what do we got coming up, boys? Anything you guys want to promote? Ultra?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming yet this week or not, just because of my current living situation at the moment. So, but you can always check out my channel on YouTube and Rumble, the Ultra Mega TTRPGer at Ultra TTRPGer. You can follow me on X, same name, and I now have a Substack where I post stuff every now and then. And you can follow me again, same name, same @. I basically try to make it the same all around so people make it easy to find me. So if you're not following me in any of those, go follow me there. Go watch my actual plays. Go watch my interviews that I've done with some other game creators as well. And yeah, glad I got to come on it. It's been a while since I was last on here, so glad I got to hang out.
It is a pleasure as always to hang out with you. We got to sit down and talk some tabletop. We got to check out some more games. I got to find some more stuff to bully into buying.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I already went through my entire collection like a few weeks back, and I actually ended up emptying. I ended up reorganize everything, getting rid of some books. I had like 2 empty totes now after doing all that.
Good job.
Going to the shelf. If I can make one recommendation.
Oh dear.
For some simple old school role playing, one of my personal favorites. One page or Old School Essentials.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Of course.
Nice.
But with that said, anything else before we wrap up?
I mean, you guys know what I mean. Anybody out there for some reason? Well, you guys, I do actually see some new faces in the chat that I haven't seen around before. I am Jesse the Common Nerd. I bring you pop culture and all things through a common sense lens. I am your working poor content creator. So come check me out. We've got Daredevil was before. Oh, I'm so glad that's over. We've got Spider-Man Noir on Thursday, where Sunker Maiden, Tiny But Fierce, myself, and Griffin will all be watching and reviewing that show. So you can join us over on YouTube, or for the full show, you'll have to join us on Rumble or one of the other alternative platforms for that one. I'll probably be playing some Windrose with the guys tomorrow night, since it's already late tonight and I'm freaking exhausted after trying to work on the van. We'll be fundraising all week for Corpus Christi Comic-Con, which we've got this weekend as well. And then Friday, Friday we won't be doing anything because of con. Saturday, Comic Shop Talk. Sunday, Bible study. And then Doctor Who on Sunday nights. And then I'll probably be doing a news show at some point, either tomorrow or Wednesday, to get some more stuff going out, because we got to talk about some box office, because this shit's hilarious. So yeah. I've always got stuff going on.
The fact that a Star Wars movie might be falling to 5th place, like in less than a month into its box office next weekend.
Think how bad Masters of the Universe is currently projected to open, which God in heaven, I hope it actually ends up blowing those out of the water. But even if it does end up opening at projections, it will still end up knocking Mando and Grogu into at least 4th. Because we all know it's got to be 5th, because Scary Movie's coming out next weekend too. So and then you've got Obsession in the back rooms, which are still going to have a really good hold. Obsession's gotten bigger and bigger over every weekend. I don't know if it'll do that for the 3rd weekend, but either way, it's going to have a really nice hold. So yeah, holy shit. That's gonna be funny as fuck. I am cautiously optimistic for He-Man as well, Vince Womack. I do. I'm hoping that one ends up being good, and that some of it is just kind of bullshit hype, and maybe there'll be a couple of cringe lines you can just kind of roll your eyes off and move on about it, or there might even not be any of it. We'll find out. We'll know this weekend, and who knows? It would be funny too. Maybe it'll have great word of mouth this weekend, and then it'll do some shit like the back rooms or Obsession next weekend, and fucking really shame Star Wars.
Well, don't forget with Scary Movie, they moved it forward a week because there was so much buzz around it.
And Mando and Grogu got kicked out of all of the IMAXs for He-Man, for Masters of the Universe. So yeah.
But with that,
yes, I can go off on tangents all night. Don't let me go.
Out with a popcorn bucket. What?
Well, Scary Movie's getting a popcorn bucket of its own.
I want that. I know there's no way in hell they're actually going to make those things out of glass, but my God, I wish they would, because I want a Scary Movie dab rig so bad.
We could probably just paint that on for you.
Just get me an actual dab rig.
I will say the He-Man ads having the classic and the new guy in the theater and some other stuff, and just like the cheesiness of the 80s meets the current, like that is the nostalgia baiting. That is the I feel like that speaks more than the Naked Gun previews. It just seems like we're doing the same gag over again but different, right?
Yeah, I wasn't enticed by the Naked Gun stuff at all.
No. Especially the lollipop scene. Anyway.
Well, fingers crossed for He-Man. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Last thing on our way out.
Okay.
Did you guys see the freaking...
You're as bad as Sunker with one more pause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought
Did you guys see this freaking popcorn bucket they're putting out for Masters of the Universe?
The whole, it looks like a Lego playset.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the one for the Castle.
Oh
Grayskull.
yeah, I saw that.
It's got the cup holder. It's got this. It's got everything like that. That is a
thing's $40.
How much is that going for?
Oh,
$44.
Oh, that's not okay. I thought it was gonna be more.
Because that looks like a playset you could buy as a kid for about 45, 50, $70 with a little extra gimmicks.
And I bet that's gonna hold more popcorn than that Lobo popcorn bucket.
Yeah. I didn't even see the Lobo popcorn bucket.
It is literally
that
his
thing's
bike.
a joke.
It has about a handful of popcorn in it.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke. That thing's a toy. It's not a popcorn bucket.
Which is again, they're just selling toys.
Yeah,
which is fine by me, honestly. I mean, how you want to watch the He-Man movie with that popcorn or no popcorn, sitting in your lap the entire time.
I want that thing sitting in my lap the entire time I'm watching the. Yes, that thing right there. Yeah, I got the soda right there, the popcorn in the middle. Yeah.
Wasn't there also like a sword that you could just fill up with like a soda?
That one?
Yeah, that one's absurd again.
Well, that's no different than the margarita ones you get in Las Vegas. You can go get the swords you can drink out of and walking up the street.
Yeah, but the blade doesn't. The tip of the blade doesn't have anything. You can see it screws off. It's just yeah.
Well, apparently this one this drink cup costs about as much as the plush sword.
Why would you buy a plush sword? Just get an actual plastic sword.
Because then kids are going to hit each other in the damn movie theater with them, and then you're going to have all kinds of problems. That's why they made them out of plush.
I'd be a little more okay with letting the kids beat each other with that.
That's what I was thinking. I'd rather the kids beat each other.
I would too, but I'm looking at it from like a lawsuit perspective for the theaters and shit like that. It's kind of like what I'm looking at it for them.
I don't remember what it's from. I'm just thinking, man, fuck them kids.
Oh, the scalper. But all right, with that, let's get on out of here. I need to go turn into a pumpkin.
There you go.
Okay.
And with that, everyone, thank you as always for coming on by. Tomorrow night is my last thought. I'll be on with Top, Stone Loki, Squeaka.
Kiss the homies good night for Pride Month.
Of course. I am going to go suffer for all of you and have to sit down and talk about a movie I fucking hate. That Anchorman.
I fucking hate Will Ferrell movies.
Really?
He's
Yeah,
good
I
in
can't
small
fucking-
doses.
I can't.
Like
I-
5 minutes of him as Mugatu in Zoolander, I'm fine with it. The Ron Burgundy character is good enough for like a 5-minute SNL sketch, but
Wedding Crashers. He was good in Wedding Crashers.
get out of here with Elf.
Also, the family favorite of ours is Talladega Nights. We love that movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I watched 5 minutes of that at a party at my neighbor's house when I was in the military, and I literally had to get up outside and go drink beer because I was like, if I'm going to kill brain cells, at least I want to have a good time.
Oh, Blades of Glory too. We also love Blades of Glory.
I saw Talladega Nights in theaters. I remember Anchorman in theaters. I didn't see Zoolander in theaters, but like that was the kind of the trifecta back in the day.
I've never been able to stand Will Ferrell's comedy.
No. So
movie
hold on.
set.
I have to respond to this, and we have to go 5 more hours. Sorry, you don't get sleep
All right,
tonight.
I'm down.
But
I'm
like,
down.
okay, so I will say, Anchorman ensemble. Also, you have Brick. You have Steve Carell, which is a genius. Which and then some of the other, even Vince Vaughn. Like you had him play off some pretty good people that even in their own right aren't my favorite. I mean, Steve Carell is pretty intelligent, but like. And then Talladega Nights was the most intelligent. Like, did you see like what was that Lucky movie with Daniel Craig? It was and Channing Tatum. It was kind of a whodunit genius movie. Even though I wouldn't if I just went by the cast of characters, I wouldn't have liked it. But no, but Will Ferrell like the SNL stage, and then Talladega Nights. But after that, he started doing some stuff that it was just like. It was this like I'm joking around with my friends and we're making a movie and we're spending a lot of money on stuff that it's not for anybody else. And
They wouldn't shot that movie semi-pro.
Oh God,
here in town, and so I was like on the expressway driving past the stadium where they were filming at. So they had to bring in the giant Alfred E. Newman statue, which does exist in town. I'll find a picture of it to show you guys sometime. But
okay. I didn't get that far in the movie. Like I got 10 minutes. I walked out of that one, like you were saying, Mr. Common Nerd. Like,
yeah.
Like, but like, again, like, and then, like I said, Zoolander, some of that stupid, intelligent humor. I think I like Ben a little bit more than
Stiller.
that. Ben Stiller, just because of the awkward, intelligent humor stuff.
Yeah.
And I was born an awkward penguin, but like up about 2002 to 2013, when you have Tropic Thunder, that era of just stupid movies.
Yeah.
Not the high school 90s movies, not the like the Euro trip stuff, but like those kind of things, Mystery Men, like that was an era that I don't
Mystery
think
Men.
we'll never
Mystery
get that
Men
again.
Was early 90s. Well,
Like What Hot American Summer, we won't get those things again.
Well, and it's just I don't know, that kind of comedy's never been my thing. Like when some of my favorite comedy movies are things like Accepted, Waiting, a few different things, like Revenge of the Nerds. You know, I grew up with like Police Academy and stuff like that. So when I watch people try to do like an imitation of, I guess you could almost argue, I guess Will Ferrell's trying to do slapstick in his own way. I guess it's just because I guess I've seen it done so I've done it. I see it done by the greats that I just can't. I don't know.
It's not slapstick.
Will Ferrell's bit is he just talks really loudly and describes exactly what's going on. I'm a caged beast of emotion.
Yeah, and like that shit, like I don't know, that shit just gets on my fucking nerves. And I know, look, I know those movies made a bunch of money, and a lot of people fucking love that shit, but that shit is cringy as fuck to me, and I just can't stand it. Like I need to actually have to have read a book in order to get your joke. Right? Like I need to have actually have read a book in order to get your joke. Like I love Lewis Black. Like I'm not a big fan of Lewis Black's gone a little crazy with some of the politics, but like I like Lewis Black's kind of comedy. I like stuff like that because like it requires you to think. It requires you to actually know something to kind of get the joke. And it's not like I got a problem with like occasional toilet humor and stuff like that. It's just make the gags more subtle, right? Like make it where it's more in the plot. Yeah. And so it's just like, no. No, not my thing. Just not my thing.
All right, we need to let Ironcaster end the show before
we
he
gotta
kills
let
us
Ironcaster
all.
go to bed.
All right.
Yeah, right. Oh, dude, I had him up late too one night. He got fucking mad on Doctor Who. That shit was funny as fuck.
I mean, I hadn't really said anything for almost an hour, so I felt like I needed to say something. So you know.
No, guys, thank you as always. Everyone, I'm calling it here. We will have to do some more Doctor Who soon.
Yes.
And with that, I bid you all adieu. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen by anyone.
We can...
All copies